Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, I wanted to talk about a few things real quick. My camera is about to die. I wanted to share some things to you nail techs out there, or soon to be nail techs, about some things that I have learned in this industry in the past 13 years that I've been in it. And I just think it's something that'll be really helpful to know. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a nail tech. You could be a hairstylist, you could be a lash tech, you could be an esthetician, you could be a massage therapist, any type of service-based position in this industry where you are having to deal with clients, where you're having to deal with people all the time. And it's something like that we don't talk about. So what I have learned in the past 13 years about this industry is client communication, okay? Communication is everything in this industry. It is your bread and butter. It is your wind beneath your wings. It is all of that and everything. If you could be the most skilled nail technician, lash tech, esthetician, whatever, you could be extremely educated and well versed and knowledgeable on every technique that there is out there, and that is important. It's really important. But the biggest thing that I've learned is if you don't have a personality and you don't know how to talk to people, nobody is gonna book with you. You might get some appointments. You might, obviously, you might make some money, but it's not gonna be sustainable. And your clients and you are not going to enjoy the experience at all. So what I wanted to share with you guys today are some things that I've learned. So that's one thing. And it took me a long time to figure this out, y'all. I ran away from this industry for a long time because I was very introverted, and not necessarily introverted, but being around people just makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me really uncomfortable and uneasy because sometimes I don't know what to say. I'm not a very naturally witty type of person. I mean, I guess I am witty to a certain extent, but when somebody is like right in my face and they're watching all my mannerisms and they are super hyper focused into what I'm saying and what I'm doing, it can be very uncomfortable to be able to say the right things, not just the right things, but for me, I'm not a cookie cutter type of girl. I don't like small talk. I just don't. I mean, maybe a couple of pleasantries in the beginning, but I'm not big on small talk. I want to know about the stars and the moon, and I want to know about your soul and all that kind of stuff. So it's just not knowing what to say and not coming off as really awkward. And it took me a long time to get to a place where I was actually comfortable with speaking to people, talking to people without seeming awkward or weird. And what I'm gonna say is that it is going to be weird. If you really want to do this, if you really want to work in the industry and you really want to reap the rewards of this industry, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be extremely weird to put yourself out there. It's gonna take a leap of faith. It's gonna take courage. It's gonna take confidence. But when you put yourself out there and you keep showing up and you keep doing it and you don't give up and you don't let the noise get into your head. You can do this. It is very possible. So that is like the biggest thing that I have learned in the past 13 years about this industry is communication is key. Communicating is key. You don't have to be the best speaker. You don't have to be the most well-versed person. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have all of these different things that people tell you that you need. You really just have to be yourself, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be willing to say some things that might come out awkward or uncomfortable, and just seeing how it lands. And you just never know. You might meet somebody or cross paths with a person that is exactly like you. And what that is gold. Because when you're working in this industry and you put yourself out there as you, not as a manufactured, commercialized, prepackaged copy of something else or someone else, you attract people exactly like yourself. You attract what you put out there. And you don't want to attract what you don't want. I'm trying to put this into terms where y'all can really understand. I talk about this so much in my ebook, y'all. Check my ebook out. It's in the link. It's in the description below, and I might put it up somewhere in the screen. But I really go into detail and I break it down, and I talk about really practical day-to-day tips on how you can not only achieve success in communication, but just like everyday practical tips while you're working with people. So, I think this is a really great industry to be in. I slept on it for a long time, y'all. Like, when I tell you I ran away, I spent a lot of money trying to do other things because I just did not want to do nails. I'm gonna break it down and tell y'all a brief backstory about my journey and how I first started. So, when I was in high school, like my senior year of high school, I graduated in 2009. I never really knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I was supposed to do, like go to college, get a degree, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I've always been a very quirky, creative, artsy type of girl. I'm not a girl that just knew what she wanted to do at 6 years old. Like, when I was 6 years old and all my classmates were like, I want to be a police officer, and I want to be a teacher, and I want to be a doctor. I was not that. I did not exactly know what I wanted to be. I just knew that I wanted to do something creative. So when I graduated from high school, I applied to a community college in my city, and I did that for about a year. And when I tell you I failed miserably, I flunked out big time. My GPA was so low that I had to basically pay the school back in order to get out of like some type of, I forget what it's called, but I flunked out. And they basically said, look, if you can't keep your GPA up, you are going to be on the academic probation. That's what it's called, academic probation. So I flunked out, was on academic probation, and I think you can't go for like 3 or 4 months or something like that, or a semester. So I sat out a semester, and then I paid the money to go back again, and paid, and I did okay for a little while, and then I just kind of flunked out again because no, I didn't flunk out again. I just stopped going. I didn't enroll for the next semester. So I stopped doing that. And, I took a break. I didn't work for a while. And maybe about a year later, I thought about going to school again, but just a different school. Like, I thought about doing an online college, and something just came up in my mind that was like, maybe you should go to nail school. Nails is something that I've always liked to do. Like, even when I was a kid, I was one of those little girls that had the press on nails, and I even remember going and getting a manicure at a nail salon, and it being like a very profound experience. I don't know how to explain that, but I remember getting my first manicure, and I remember it being such a magical experience for me. And so it was something that always fascinated me just growing up. And even in high school, I just loved having my nails done. I mean, my hair could look like trash, but having my nails done, and I don't have my nails done now because I haven't had time to do them. But having my nails done was just like everything to me. So, what was I saying? Okay, so I decided to apply for nail school. Now I live in a really, really small town. I lived in a really, really small town, and there weren't a lot of places to go and get, certified to do nails, get licensed to do nails, because you were either gonna go to cosmetology school and do the whole thing, or you just weren't gonna go, or you were gonna have to drive to Atlanta or Florida or something like that. So I did my digging, and I found a place in a small town, maybe about an hour away from where I lived, and it said something about nails. So I called the number, and the lady on the phone, she answered the phone, and she basically was so enthusiastic. I mean, her enthusiasm and her, I don't know, she was just really charming on the phone when I talked to her. And that alone made me decide that this is something that I want to do. So, when I spoke with her, she told me that I would have to pay a $500 fee to get my kit and all of the things that were in it. So it was income tax season, just so happened to be income tax season. It was the spring of 2012, and she told me all of the requirements. I gotta hurry up because my battery is about to die. But she told me all the requirements. Have to be at least 16 years old and finish the 10th grade. I had that. $500, I had that. And that was pretty much it. 6 months and boom, you're out of there. I wanted something that was quick. I wanted something that I could do in a short period of time. And that's one of the reasons why I just decided I didn't want to do college, because I just didn't want to go to class. I didn't want to be somewhere that long doing work, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it was boring and it wasn't interesting to me. So I took that $500 and I drove an hour away, and I registered for school. And just so happens that I was the third student in her school that actually ever applied. She actually had just started her school. So I just call it God, because it happened the way it was supposed to. So fast forward 6 months, I finished school. I drove an hour away, back to and from every single day for 6 months. And the next year, I finished in September of 2013. In December of 2013, I took my practical, which is the written, and then in May of 2013, I took my I took my practical and I took my written in December. So I've got my license and I was licensed. But, you know, in nail school, we had the opportunity to work on clients and to actually work with people. We got hands-on experience, and I discovered that during that time I did not like it. I did not like it at all, and I was just basically ready to go the whole time. I was just kind of like, I guess the thrill and the rush of going to school was over, and I just kind of did not. I'm a big procrastinator, and that's something that I have had to work on. Hey, Eddie. I'm over here making a video. I'm talking, trying to get my words out.
How you been today?
I've been doing really good. I've been chilling. I don't have nothing until 5. And my skin looks really good. I was looking at it in the mirror this morning. I was like, dang. Okay, so we might have to do that like every so often.
But you really do every 2 weeks, but once a month, yeah.
I need to do that. I do, because I like the way my skin looks. And I'm going to like keep trying to use that stuff on my face too, in between.
And then we're going to continue to use that bright on and put you on that light. That's going to really fade your spots.
Yes. Because it looks so much better.
It do look. You got to glow.
I got makeup on now, but
no,
know,
what I'm saying, it still look good.
It looks better. I appreciate that. You're magical.
No.
You got magic hands, girl.
Nah, that's you.
Alrighty. But I just discovered that I really did not like going to school. I didn't like doing it. You know, that's something that I have to work on, but I'm digressing right now. But anyway, fast forward, I got my license and did all the things, and I even worked at a salon. I moved out of state and I worked in a salon for a while, and I just kind of thought that wasn't really something that I really wanted to do. The money was really good, and I was in a salon where I didn't have to get my own clients. They actually just kind of like, they booked people for you. But, and I liked that. I liked not having to worry about finding my own clients. I like not having to worry about taxes and booth rent. And that's another reason why. And I might make a separate video about that, because that was one of the things that kind of did discourage me from doing this in the beginning. If I knew the stuff that I knew now, you wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing. Okay, like I let a lot of doubt and I let a lot of fearful people and their opinions get into my head, and I'm just really grateful that I'm at a place that I'm at now. So anyway, fast forward, 2013, I was basically a year out of nail school, and I did not use my license for a long time. I ended up having a baby next year, got married. Well, I got married first, then I had a baby. And I decided that I should just get serious with life and stop playing. And so I decided to go to college, like college, real college, and get a degree. And here we are in 2025, and I have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, and an associate's degree. I have 3 degrees. I have 2 business degrees, and I have a master's in public health. And when I tell you, if I had just went and did what my nail instructor told me to do from the jump, I would not be in student loan debt right now, and I would be in a well-established, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that, because I feel like everything is about the divine timing. But if I had the confidence that I have now back then, I would probably have my own salon. I would be making 6 figures right now. And I mean, I make good money now doing nails. I make really, really good money doing nails. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I would have made this type of money back then in my 20s, and I would be more financially established now. And so I'm just trying to help y'all out there. Some of y'all young girls, especially, even if you're not in your 20s, even if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you're just kind of like on the fence about stuff, and you're ready to make a career change, and you want something different. You want something. You don't know what it is that you want, but you want something different. But you just don't feel like you have the confidence. You don't think that you can really get out there and start making money. You're like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to talk to people. You're just gonna have to be patient with yourself. Accept that, yes, it is gonna be a little difficult. It is gonna be a little uncomfortable, but you can do this. You can do hard things. You can challenge yourself, and you can do it. And when you get to the other side, you're going to be grateful, and you're going to be just that much more confident in yourself. And then you're going to start wanting to do other things. And who knows, this honestly could just be a stepping stone. So I say all of that to say that I avoided this career because, for one, I listened to a lot of people that told me, especially close family members, that told me that's not a real job. Nail techs don't make money. You're too smart to be doing that. I even meet people now, like first time clients that come in that don't know me and they don't know anything about the industry. And I've actually just stopped telling people that I have degrees because they look at me and they want to feel sorry for me, and they want to like suggest all these other different things that I could be doing, and you could do this and you could do this and you could do that, but they really don't know how lucrative this industry is. I mean, when I tell you there is no limit to how much money you could make, and not just money, but flexibility, a creative outlet, therapy. When I tell y'all, working in this industry has saved my marriage. It has built my confidence. It has provided me so many resources and so many opportunities that I may not have ever had in any other field. Like, I have learned so much about myself, about people, about, the world, things that I would have never learned in a book, never learned in another job. Like, when I tell you, this job, this career is limitless. I'm gonna have to make a couple of videos so y'all can really understand just how, hold on. Amazing this industry is. And so it's just so many things that you can do. So many things that you can do. It's not just limited to, like, for me, I like art, and maybe I'm a little afraid of art, but I realize that you don't have to be an artist to do this. You don't have to be a Picasso, or you don't have to do all of that kind of stuff. I know, and that's something I think a lot of people kind of just stay away from because they just don't want to do all of that. There are people for you. There are people that don't want all that. There are people that just want one color, or they just want French, or they just want a buff. I'm talking about a buff, a shine, just a simple basic manicure. Like, social media have people fooled and have people thinking that just because that's all we see in our faces all the time on social media, that's what we want, that's what everybody wants, and that's not what everybody wants. When you go outside next time and you're at the beach, or you're at a mall, or I don't even think people go to malls no more, but you're at the park, or you're somewhere in a public setting, look at what people have on their nails. Look at what people have on their nails. And then when you're looking at what people have on their nails, look at the caliber of the person that has whatever on their nails. Look at the type of people that are wearing a certain type of nail. Do you want to service those type of people? You know, if you're somebody that likes to do Swarovski crystals and lines and pearls and all of those things, you're gonna want to do those things on people. If you like getting that stuff on your nails and you like doing that stuff on your nails, that's perfectly fine. There are people that make a living out here doing nothing but just short overlay gel extensions or gel nails. There are people that are making money out here and they're doing nothing but dip. There are people that don't do anything but pedicures. Whatever floats your boat, there is a lane for you somewhere. There is a group of people that want what you're selling. You just have to believe that there are people out there that want what you're selling. So I'm gonna cut this out because my phone is about to die and I'm almost at 30 minutes, y'all. But yeah, check my ebook out. I'm not just another person on the internet trying to sell you something. I'm really trying to free you from something. I'm trying to free you from your insecurity. I'm trying to open your mind to possibilities. I'm trying to spread knowledge. It's only $10, y'all. $10, okay? When I tell you, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. Like, it's something that I wish that I had when I first started. So, I'm done, y'all. I will see y'all on the next video. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments below in the comment section. I'm trying to get used to like the lingo, you know, it don't flow off my tongue yet. So I will see y'all on the next video. Stay polished, okay? Stay pressed, stay polished.